Hello everybody, we're here in Jefferson County Park in the creek. A lot of our second graders get to do a creek hike if the weather is good and the water isn't too high in the creek. So I brought my two kids with me, Malachi and Emerson, and we are hiking the creek today to see and give you guys some examples of some of the cool stuff that you might find if you go on a creek hike. So the things that we brought with us, today we brought our net, so hopefully we can catch some cool stuff. And then I also brought this plastic container that if we catch anything cool, we can put it in here, and it has nice clear sides so we can show you what we found. So we're excited that you're joining us on our adventure. Can anybody tell what kind of track this is? I'll put my hand down so you can see how big it is compared to my hand. So there's 1, 2, 3 front toes and 1 back toe. What kind of track? What animal made this track? Right down by the water. So here on the side of the creek are a bunch of lines that go every which way. What animal made these tracks? So I'm going to put my finger up here so you can tell that there's small tracks that go all over this bank in the mud. What animal would make that track? True or false statement? This is a beaver dam down in the creek here. True or false? This is a beaver dam. I'm going to give a hint here. This is the edge of the logs here. Can I look at it? Okay. True or false? This is a beaver dam. What did you find?
I just have to wash this off.
You have to wash it off in the creek, but what do you think it is?
A bone.
A bone. Let's ask the students. What type of bone is this? What part of the body did it come from? And any guesses for what animal it came from? Pretty cool looking bone. So here we have another set of tracks. What animal made this track? We found this feather here in the creek, right in the sandy area off to the side. Any guesses what type of bird left this feather? So right here you can see a water strider. So they just balance on top of the water. Those black spots that you see are actually the shadow of the feet of the water strider that are on the bottom of the creek. So the strider just stays on top of the water and it just hovers around, kind of moving in the current. And they are really cool animals. All right, so we actually caught a frog here. This is a green frog, although some people might at first say it's a bullfrog. Bullfrogs and green frogs look really similar, and the best way to tell them apart is that a bullfrog, let's see if I can get it down. A green frog has these lines that go down its back. A bullfrog's lines kind of move around its eye. This is a good, see how that line goes all the way down its back? Bullfrog's lines come down around its eye closer. Right behind the eye, you can see that there's this circle. That's part of its eardrum. And if the circle is the same size as the eye, it is a female. If that circle is bigger than the eye, it is a male. So this is a female green frog. Pretty cool. We caught this down here in the creek. It was sitting on the side and we caught it before it had a chance to jump in. The reason I have it in this plastic container and I'm not holding it is because its skin is really moist, really wet. And if I touch its skin, I can dry it out really, really easy. So it's safest for this frog if I just keep it in this container, and then I'm gonna release it as soon as we're done with this video so it can be back doing its thing. You can see it kind of has a scratch or a sore on its arm there. It might have almost got caught by another animal. So another reason that it's just best to not touch it is if I would get some germs or bacteria in that sore, that would be really bad for that frog. So this is a female green frog that we're gonna let go back into the water. So let's see here. We're gonna turn it on its side and let's see. It's hopping out, it's hopping away. What do you have in your net?
I'm a frog and it's hopping.
A hopping frog. Wow, that's so cool. Look at those big, strong back legs. How'd you catch that frog?
My mom catched it and then it was right on the tree and it got there and then it said, oh, I need my mom and my dad.
Okay, why didn't you put it on the ground? Oops, there it goes. Now just let it hop. Let's see if we can get it swimming in the water. See how it has those powerful legs that it uses in the water to swim too? There it is. Oh, and it's swimming away now. Swimming up to the shore. Oh, it took a breath and now it's actually diving down deep into the water. So this is an example of one of the little fish that we caught in the creek here. I call these creek chubs or minnows. We have a lot of them in the water, but they are really good about getting away from us even when we're trying to catch them. They will go down into the deep water or under logs and sticks, roots, and hide from us. So it's really hard to catch one, but we finally got one, and it's kind of fun to just try and catch them in the creek. So this is a little creek chub. What was your favorite part?
Catching 2 frogs.
Yeah. Are you wet or dry?
We are wet because we jumped into this water and then